I do like how the 4K looks. The 4K with the
It looks
4K, it
gorgeous.
looks
You look
really
gorgeous
4K.
every week.
You
You
know.
look better,
Oh man.
dude. Ever since coming back from Colombia and then
Uh
straight
huh.
next week into Pennsylvania, I
Yeah.
have been dying. Like it's catching up to me now. I'm like running on fumes. I don't have
Really?
energy. Yeah, I'm like, dude, nothing got released this past week. Only one video got released. Maybe even no videos got released this past week.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Come
it's all
on.
about the quality. Like, I mean, numbers I know mean something, but you
Yes. But it's
know,
also the
I
agreement.
the
Yes?
agreement, but also like we have lives, and I appreciate all the efforts that you do for this podcast. I appreciate you know not just the partnership, but our friendship. And again, you
Yes.
have your
Very
life,
much
and
so.
so do I. And I want to be very mindful of that. That's why I want to do my best to help in any way, little ways to make better. Make this like help you out. Like successively. But yeah, man, like that's why when you said if you didn't want to record today, I totally understand. Like I would,
Yeah.
I trust me, I understand our agreement, and I am very ironclad with that. But I also understand when life comes in its way, especially because it's Labor Day weekend, or rather, it's just after Labor Day weekend.
Bro,
So,
what did you do?
oh, dude, I worked
You were working on Labor Day weekend?
Saturday. I shot a wedding out
Oh,
like
okay.
in
Good
Jersey.
fun. This is fun
Like,
work.
yeah, so I shot a wedding in Jersey, and it was pretty fun.
Hmm.
Again, the couple was really cool. In these weddings that I shoot, there's been a lot of like weddings this season, and so this one was a Indian one, and so the thing about it is that there's a lot of things that get distributed out in the course of 3 days. They decided they wanted to compress 3 days worth of like celebrations, customs, and everything into one day.
Okay.
So that's like a new hurdle in itself. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong about any of it, but it's just a lot of like being on top of your game. Also, like making sure camera angles look good. I mean, the couple was awesome, especially afterward when we had an opportunity to just do like some nice, cute coupley stuff like out near the lake. I mean, they had like a nice, fancy house. I think it's like their parents' house of the bride.
The wedding was at the house.
Yeah.
The reception is at the house.
Well, it was like more of like a small intimate gathering with like, close friends of the bride and groom and family. So there's like I think nothing more than like I want to say about 50 people. But
Okay.
it was nice.
Smaller
I mean, the
Indian
family
wedding.
was all like really, really warm and welcoming. I mean, all the friends were there too, and it was good. Again, just did all the coupley stuff. I think that stuff, like the footage looks great from that. But yeah, it was hectic. Like I was there from like 11 till about like 7:30. So it's
Whoa,
like
whoa, whoa. 11. Oh, okay. I was about to say 11 at night to 7 a.m. I'm like, what
no,
the
no, no, no,
fuck
no.
is
Like
this?
it was like a daytime wedding, so like 11 a.m. I got there like about 10:30 just because I wanted to make sure everything's all set up, and then so many things back to back. Again, they had like different outfits. The siblings had their own part of the custom, so I think that was the first part of the ceremony.
Well, what were some of the customs that they had?
So they have turmeric in like a paste, and they basically brush the forearms of like the bride and the groom, and I think that's meant for like don't quote me
It's
if I'm
okay.
like wrong on this. I definitely don't know all the
You're good.
details about it, but I think it's just meant to demonstrate, I guess, like wealth, abundance, blessings in life, especially because all the family members and even the friends take turns. So, again, they line up and then they go and graze the arms of like the bride and the groom. You're also supposed to like put it on the forehead and I think, the
Okay.
face. But I think for the sake of avoiding a mess, because obviously it's very hard to like wipe that off and then maintain the makeup, for
Yeah,
the
of
bride
course.
especially.
Totally get that.
So they skipped that portion of it, but it was cool. Again, it's a very nice intimate family wedding. Again, I think the footage and the photos look really good. And then yeah, Sunday was my opportunity to catch up on like things for me, like catch up on sleep, went to the gym. I feel like I haven't
Fuck
been
you,
in
dude.
the gym since like before Cartagena. So it was like a long time coming, and like
So
I
you
just want to
went.
get back on the horse. Yes, I did. So
What did
I
you
went
work
back.
on? How long were you there, bro?
Oh, full body for like definitely an hour and a half.
All right. Same.
Yeah.
I
So
did
then
that
did
today.
cardio, did like chest, arms, body. Like I said, I'm just trying to work off some of the calories that like I feel like I've accrued over like the past few weeks.
Oh my goodness,
And then
bro.
yeah, Labor Day, just because like of my workplace, yeah, I went to work on Monday. You know, everyone else had off, and it's like
Got you.
I had to go to
Got you.
work.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. I mean, hey, I know where you work, they have other days that we don't have. I have a feeling that you guys have more days. Don't fuck around.
I think it balances out because, like, again, throughout the year, you know, there's like so many different holidays, right? And so, where I work is, you know, they observe a lot of Jewish holidays.
Mm.
So, you know, Passover, huge time to be off. You can get like a full week and then some, like a week and a half off. And October, if you play your cards right, you could actually probably get 3 weeks to about a month off.
In
But
October?
also, yeah.
What the hell is happening in October for the Jews?
Rosh Hashanah, you
Rosh
know, all these
Hashanah.
different
Got
things.
you.
Yeah,
Got you.
Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, it's a very big like holiday season for like you know the Jewish community. So yeah, I get those days off, but then I don't get Memorial Day off. I don't get July 4th off. I don't get you know Labor Day off. So there's trade offs. You know, it's not like you know I don't get all the federal holidays off, but again, it kind of I do wish, like for example, for like July 4th, like when everyone else is at a
That's a
barbecue,
big
I would
one,
love to
bro.
be there.
That's a
And
big one.
July 4th is like a big, again, like you're out with your friends, you're playing with fireworks, or in New York, you're not supposed to. But yeah, dude, like I kind of wish I got those days off, but there are good trade-offs. I'm not even complaining, you
Of
know.
course. Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
but what about you, dude? Like, how's Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania was okay, man. I kind of got the word about going to Pennsylvania the Monday or the Tuesday coming back from Columbia. So I wasn't really sure if that was going to be a thing. I thought to
Okay.
myself, all right, I'm going to go with my family, right? I got my sister involved. She's actually home right now. She is going to be leaving to New Orleans tomorrow. But
Mm.
I thought that mini trip to Pennsylvania was going to be like the ultimate catch up. Like I can finally get my sleep. I can finally get hydrated. Dude, I was turned up every day I was there. From Saturday all the way to Monday, I felt like trash to the point where I had a headache. I had a headache 3 days out of 4 of the
Do you take
time I
anything for
was
that?
there. I
Tylenol, Advil?
I took Advil, but for whatever reason, Advil did not want to work. None of it worked, bro. I remember waking up with a headache and going to sleep at night with the same headache. I couldn't do anything about it. Maybe I should have had coffee. I'm not really sure. I didn't really have coffee
Wait,
when I
dude,
was
you didn't
there.
have coffee?
Only like one day. And thinking about it, that was the day I felt good on Sunday. We had some Dunkin' Donuts. But no man, I am really exhausted. I haven't worked out really hard since we left for Colombia. Probably once, maybe twice, but like shitty workouts because I felt garbage. I felt so bloated and crappy this morning almost. I had a headache this morning too, motherfucker. I was like, there's a problem. I might have to go get a physical. This is not right. But after I sweated it out, I only did cardio today. I didn't do any
Hmm.
lifting, just straight up cardio, just to sweat all the garbage that I've had this past week. Because to be honest, when you're with family, you eat like a shithead. Rice is
Oh
involved,
yeah.
dinuguan is involved, all that shit is
Oh my
involved. So
god. The
yes, that's what I'm
stews and
talking about.
everything. Nah,
We even
dude.
had Korean barbecue indoors and shit. Like
Oh,
remember when we did Korean barbecue at the apartment one time indoors? Shit
oh
was
yeah. Oh
crazy
yeah.
good. Felt stupid fat.
No, that's good, dude. Honestly, I look, we've spent all right, well, you more so than me, but like you did at least two like back-to-back weekends of like partying, going out. Like we still rested and relaxed in Cartagena, but at the same
Yeah,
time, like you know, we were also staying out late and you know, up to the wee hours of the morning. We were hanging out at the pool at like 4 in the morning, man.
I
You know,
love it.
and
Don't I'll do it
I
again.
know.
I'll do it again and again and again. I don't
Ah,
give a fuck about that. Bring on the
oh
headaches,
my
bitch.
god. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like also we've drank a fair amount of alcohol. And so at the end of the day, you probably just needed to sweat it out. I feel like because that's the one thing that I've learned also is that when you drink a lot, you know, in order for your body to kind of like recover faster, you just got to sweat out all the alcohol because it's like
Yeah,
literally layered in your muscles. So you're just
yeah.
once you sweat it out, and that's basically what I did. I just sweated it out. And after like yesterday, wait, no, 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago, I felt a lot better, but I also feel like I think my body's also asking, we were doing 3 days a week of working out.
Let's go.
Keep it up, man. Like
Let's
it's
go,
good.
bitch.
I still want to look good for like the rest of this year. I mean, I
Come
do
on,
feel like I
next
slacked off.
vacation. We trying to see you shirtless.
I
Let's go.
know. I know.
Let's
Dude, you look
go.
fucking good in the vacation. No shit. Like you're
Bro,
just
I looked fat too though. There's sometimes I look a little bit fat. Or maybe it's the body dysmorphia. But then fuck the body dysmorphia, man. There are photos and it is the real truth. I forgot what I wanted to say before.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I lost it. Who cares?
But yeah, no, like I do want to go on like another vacation. It's crazy. Like I feel like
Yo, you're
we're
still got the
back.
blues.
I still got some of the blues. Well, I think either the blues or a bit of a travel bug. Again, when you're trying to find your career and you're trying to save money, you kind of skip out on a lot of different things that your friends are able to do. And for me, I feel like I've always been kind of that late bloomer in life. So now I'm finally playing catch up with myself. And I understand more fully all these things that my friends were being able to do, especially after they graduated college and they were like able to launch in their careers. I launched into my career far later than other people. Knowing that, again, I don't feel like I get at myself for that because I'm happy where I'm at. It took me a lot longer than I would have liked, but I'm also glad that I went on that journey. I think I grew so much from all the trials and tribulations that I went through. But now that I'm here and now
You
I'm
get to
able to
experience all the
travel more
fruits.
and experience all the foods and being able to just chart, and do things, at your own pace. And like, again, maybe I just think of it so romantically, but when we're out, like just walking the streets of like in a different country, with some of your closest friends, and then also like on a boat. I mean, the boat thing, obviously, that's you're not going to be on a boat all the time, but just the simple act of being in a different part of the world with your own friends, I think is just so. To me, that's like the romantic part of the trip for me. It's just like being out there with you guys. And
I was just about to say that. That was the most important. That's the most important part of your sentence, is that it is with the friends part. If I went to Colombia and you guys weren't there, it would not be the same. And I know you talk about all the guy, there's the other people who may have experienced that. I don't mean to sound like a prick, but I feel like when we vacation, when we go together on vacation, we have a lot more fun than them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but what the fuck, dude? You can tell by how sad you get when you get home. Let me ask you, when you went
Mhm.
to the Philippines, right?
Yeah,
And yes, there was family there, but you kind of went alone, right? Were you
yeah.
as sad when you came back as compared to Colombia?
That portion of the trip that I think I told you guys where I was out on my own was like 3 days, and I went back to family for a bit, and then I went back home,
Still, when you
back
got
home
back
to New
home.
York.
Yeah, when you got back home and the vision and the dream was over.
Both trips, I definitely felt sad from.
Sadness.
Um,
Yes.
well, also because like my cousins are, remind me a lot of you guys. Like, I could go out, do
Oh, I
these different
gotcha.
things. They're friends.
Cool.
Yeah. So being able to do that with them and being able to like just go out at night and vice versa and other friends that I've made there in the Philippines is fun. But let me add another thing to that, which is the trip to Boracay. So in Boracay, I went with my dad and his fiance. It was just us three, for the duration of the trip, and we were there in for 3 days. I was able to enjoy myself, but also it was fun being by myself because there was this sense of liberation, being able to explore on your own. But the vibes were different because at the end of the day, or like, whenever you're traveling with your friends, especially when you're out, like going to bars, going to clubs, or like you're going to social things, right? Having other friends that you can kind of bounce your energy with and kind of have the other person be like nudge you to like go over and do things definitely helps. And I think being able to build off like your friends is important, or family, like any close people that you have with you. So when I was there and like the second day I made friends, so I was able to kind of stay out longer and do things. But definitely on my first night, I'm just exploring and just looking around. It's not as fun for the simple virtue that at some point you just feel a little isolated and alone. And
Mm.
then comparing it to this trip, where then like I have you, I have our friend John, I have like, a bunch of other people there who I could literally look to, I could look in their eyes and they'll like literally tell me, kind of want to stay out longer, kind of
Yeah.
want to go out to another bar. Oh, let's go out and get some like shots. And so, yeah, when it comes to those type of like feelings of feeling sad, yeah, I feel like for Cartagena, I felt super sad coming back, and I feel like it hit me when I came back like a day or two later. I think I was just catching up on sleep, but then the weeks since that, I've been feeling a little fuck. That was a lot of fun, and
It
I
was.
miss that. I miss that sense of like camaraderie or being around like people to yeah just be able to do that and explore things. And I will say that not for the Boracay trip, but for like the rest of my trip in the Philippines was kind of the same vibe where like oh I do miss being with people and being able to like go out and do things and not really feel like I'm tethered by work. Like I feel like I'm operating without like the weights that I have about like my life here, if that makes sense.
No, it
You know.
absolutely makes sense. That's why it feels like a dream when you go there. And it almost feels like when you come back home, you're back in your hellhole, your nightmare.
And it's weird, like, it's not to say that, where I'm at is like a hellhole in any means. Like but
Of
it's
course, of
just
course. It's just so different,
it's like
bro.
I would say like it's a separation of like my life here and like being able to like not really live and be a completely different person, but again it's just a different experience when you're able to kind of just step out of your own shoes and just be a little bit more liberated from that and just having this thirst and this wanting to just see things, to do things, and to be around people and take a chance, meet more people. So that's kind of like the part that I enjoy about especially traveling is being able to yeah, take myself out of my own normal day to day and just allow who's still me to be able to enjoy life in a different way.
No, I gotcha. I gotcha, bro.
But yeah, so
Where are we gonna go to next, though? Because come on, we both have vacation days. I know we can be sad all you want, but then we
mhm.
can bring in some more sadness by having a lot more fun in our next vacation. We have to start planning something. Yo, remember we were just at, we were meeting up with our friend Maroda. I don't care about the ideas. Just set the date. Give me a date so then we can get the shit rolling. Oh, let's go hang out this summer. Let's go hang out this summer. I
Mhm.
gotcha. That's great. I want to do it too. But don't bullshit me. Let's set something up. Give me a day and I'll show up.
I just saw my other friend, not the John that you and I know, but like my close buddy from
Gotcha.
like
John too.
he and I were talking, and I've also wanted to do this because I've wanted to do something a little different for my birthdays.
Oh
And
fuck. Don't excite me now, dickhead. Yo,
so I'm
vacation for your
thinking,
birthday?
yeah. Well, it's not. I think I'm not packaging it as like for my birthday, but I want to do a camping trip,
Oh,
or
okay,
like
okay.
at
That's
like a
close. That's close.
yeah, a camping trip, but like at like a cabin trip.
Let's go. I'm
Yeah.
down. Don't fuck around.
Yes. So I'm not fucking around with you. I'm literally giving you like a tentative weekend to free up for.
Let
So it's
everyone
gonna
know
be the
when your birthday
weekend.
is. When is your birthday, bro?
My birthday's November 10th. So for my birthday, I've always wanted to do, at the very simplest, actually a barbecue. But my birthday in New York falls usually at the beginning of like, well, not the beginning, but like New York drops like temperature at like November 3 to 10. Like
Oh, it
it's
gets
like
cold.
70 degrees and then it gets like 50, 40 on the week of like my birthday. And
Yeah.
there's no way in hell I'm ever going to have a barbecue unless I lived outside of New York, like in a more like warmer climate. I'm thinking that for my not really for my birthday. I don't want to arm it like that. I want to just have friends over. And coincidentally, it's like a part one of my birthday. But I was thinking about
So wait, this
doing
is two different things. This is a barbecue number one, and this is also a cabin number two.
yeah.
Which is happening first?
Well, no, no, okay, no. The barbecue you could do at the cabin. So I'm just giving a
Oh, okay,
preface
okay, okay. I was
about
about to
what my
say.
birthday I've always wanted to do
Yes.
is again a barbecue or just people over and just like having people over and just hanging out. Like I want to throw like a party in that sense, right?
Yes.
So my kind of new approach to this is to do a cabin trip. I think it's just more of like I want to do something with my friends, and we've been talking about like traveling or just doing something. And it doesn't again, this is like a nice vacay outside of New York,
Let's go. I want to go
but we don't
next
have
week.
to.
I want to go next week, bitch. I don't care
I'm
about
so
the headaches, bro.
I'm so glad that you're hyped for this. But I'm thinking
Yes.
about the weekend, and the weekend that I've like plotted out with my buddy JJ is The weekend of October 25th to 27th. And incidentally, Gabe, also your birthday is coming up too.
Yes, my birthday is September the 28th, but I'm a little bit complicated. I know back in the day, I used to do birthday parties, and I just actually told the story to someone recently where when I was 14, I had 8 people, and then I was 15, I had 10, and the next year after that, 15, then 100, then 200,
Oh my
and all of a
God.
sudden 300, the largest party we've ever had, 300. But
Oh my
there was
God.
also a moment after that, for whatever cosmic reason, I ended up doing a birthday, and it was just my closest that were around me. I may have invited maybe 50, and only the handful. I felt like anyone that I invited that wasn't a guarantee didn't show up. So I don't really celebrate my birthday anymore. Luckily, another good friend of mine, Ryan, has his birthday on the 27th, and he usually has a good crowd. So if he has a party, and I know he's going to do something for his birthday this year,
Mhm.
it's kind of my impromptu birthday in which I don't have to. It's nice. I don't have to invite anybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't have any problem with me inviting my people. So hell yeah, I will still have to do that, but I don't have to organize. He does all that shit. So it's just very convenient for me now. Hopefully we can get it popping again next month. I mean, in the next couple weeks, really. Damn.
Dude, time has flown. Like, I remember we were talking about just even going to Cartagena. I feel like we even talked about this in the last episode, but it's like, dude, in 3 weeks, it's your birthday. In another like 6, 7 weeks, it's my birthday. And before you know it, it's the end of the year. And
Yeah.
time flies fast. But I guess, the beauty of it, I know like
I
time
hate
is
it.
such a fickle thing. I hate it too. But I also realize that we're having fun. We're living life and doing things. I mean, trust me, it's not without its own trials and tribulations. But I would like to believe whenever we're like trying to hunt for the good times are now. Like we always
You
think
have
about
to be
things
active
fondly.
about it.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. It's like being able to be active and to do. But I'm glad you brought it up because in my head it's been kind of like swirling over like we talk about it, just do. And
That's how Hawaii came about. That's how Colombia came about. It's just starting the little bit of that push. Okay, we are investigating the tickets. Once the investigation of the tickets happens, obviously the next thing you know is people are forking up their cards because we have a flight set up. And once we have that
Yeah.
flight set up on the ground, all of that other bullshit that what are we
Has
going
to
to do
come
on
into
day
play
1, day 2,
also.
day 3? Yes. So we have to really start just from the beginning. It saddens me when we talk about, okay, it's my birthday, it's your birthday, and all of a sudden it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas. And then sooner or later, it's New Year's, Valentine's Day, and it's summer again. Holy shit, dude. Like, it goes so fast. I can't even almost comprehend how fast this year has gone. It was almost like yesterday when I just was going to Hawaii. And now we are another trip separated. I obviously get the sentiment and it saddens me, yes. But in order to fight this, yes, time is going by fast, but we have to start setting these dates so then we do take advantage of our time. Year after year, we get older. Some of our friends are parents now. Some of our friends are double, triple parents now. I just had a close friend who their daughter, their first day of preschool was today.
Oh, right. I saw that photo also.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit, dude, where has time gone? Thinking about it now, even though our lives are different and I may not be where that person is, right? That shouldn't make me feel bad enough to not live the life that I have now. So we got to take advantage of the time.
Right. And it's like kind of going back to what I was talking about, where I feel like I was like a late bloomer in being able to enjoy these things. Now, again, I wish timing were a little different where with certain friend groups who are now parents, it's like, oh, damn, like I wish I could have
I
been
wish
able
they
to
could
do
be
that with
there.
you. I wish they could have been there. Exactly. Dude, you hit it
Yeah.
right on the nose. But also, again, talking about Cartagena, where we did get that too. We got it with
Yeah.
one of our friends who I remember, and this
About
is
to have a second child.
and if he's listening right now, you know how much I love you, man. But dude, I was afraid that like we would never be able to travel with him again. Once you're a father, it's just like, damn, there's just so much that comes.
God
with
bless
being
his
a
fucking
parent.
wife for being so patient.
Yeah. Oh
Because
my
I
god.
know a
like,
lot of guys who would be locked the fuck down and we would never see him again. I wouldn't even be upset. Like, I totally get it, bro. We are very lucky that we got to experience that with him.
I'm just glad that like, despite being in our respective lanes, that we're still able to do these things together. You know, we could still come
Yeah.
together like that rather than just talking about it so often. I mean, I'm not trying to say, you always have to be like doing things on the spot, but to be a go-getter and you want to do it, just set the conversation.
Yeah.
You'll know who will like still be there, and you'll also know who aren't able to do it, and it's completely okay. But for those who stick around, like I said, I think it's always like a
Bro,
fun and exciting thing.
we're
Where you're just
having
like,
fun. We're not even,
I
I
know.
can't even, come on.
Like I said, I've been still dealing with the Cartagena blues.
You're wearing the
past, like,
ring.
week. Yeah,
You better be fucking wearing that ring because we traded for that ring.
dude, are
But
you
it
like a
looks
big
good.
jewelry person? Like, I'm still like, I mean, I actually like the fact that like I'm wearing a ring now, but I really was never like a jewelry person. Like, I used to have like, a martial arts like gold chain. It
What is a
broke. I still
martial
have like,
arts gold chain?
oh, so it's one of my uncles, because he was in like Taekwondo.
Yeah.
And so for years, like martial arts was my thing. I know, like our homie for being very martial arts oriented, but that was a big thing for my life for 5 years old to like maybe even younger. So I was doing martial arts, and then he gave that to me because again, that's something that I was like kind of following in his footsteps with. So I had that chain for years, but then it broke. So yeah, that's the only one that I would say I wore like jewelry with.
Wait, hold on. This is a martial arts chain? That's a type of chain?
No, it's not nothing. It's nothing fancy like you'd get that from like, a rank or anything. It's just that like this gold chain basically had like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and this pendant basically had a guy that was like doing like like a sidekick. Like he's basically just, yeah, doing that pretty much. I still
Okay.
have the chain, but again, like the link to clasp it together is broken. So I need to get it fixed. But this is like the first jewelry that I feel like I've
on.
worn in years. No, I'm just trying to think about what's like next. I mean, I kind of like it. It's just I used to be so minimalist in nature. Like I would not have watches or anything, but now it's kind of cool.
I thought I always knew you for wearing a watch when we were growing up.
I used to have a watch. I still do have watches, but the ones I do have, and they're like literally on my like dresser right now, they're kind of heavy. That's number one. But number two, all the watch faces are like kind of scratched because like I don't really, whenever I reach for things or vice versa, I'm not really like mindful of the watch itself. So I tend to just kind of like
Scuff
do
it?
things with it, scuff it. So it's like scuffed on like the front face for like 3 of them.
That's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to jewelry, fellas, if you want to separate yourself, if you want an easy way to separate yourself from the competition, wear jewelry. I've always wanted to wear jewelry back then in the day, but I couldn't get it right. You can't just prop on jewelry. It has to work with you. It has to be subtle. You can't be rocking like the big ass Miami link chain, especially if you're not black. Okay. If you have a little bit of like nice pieces of maybe a ring, one ring, maybe a bracelet, maybe a necklace, that definitely sets you apart from other dudes quickly and easily. I've been wearing them so often now that I almost can't see myself not wearing them. Look at this bullshit ass chain that I got at the fucking flea market, right? This is a knockoff. I call it the Faco Van Cleef, baby. This shit is fucking $4,000. Nah, this is $10. If I am with people that know the game, I'm not gonna wear this. I'm not. Come on, let's be real. It doesn't take a lot from your wallet to have a little bit of pizzazz. Pay attention to a little bit more detail. I'm not saying go for this, but maybe something more calm, right? I'm only wearing it now because I know podcasts won't judge me for wearing a Faco Van Cleef. But come on, my sister has one and it's white and it looks real enough. And some homie from Instagram was like, "Holy shit, you upgraded," and they didn't even know that it was fucking fake. So get fucked. It's nice. It's really not that expensive. I'd say the best place to go find your jewelry. Do not, unless you are well versed already in purchasing jewelry online, don't buy it online from the very beginning. You have to know ring sizes. Don't be an idiot. And the best place to get good quality pieces is at like the flea markets. I remember I got a couple pieces from Queen's Night Market. I was so hyped when I went to Queen's. I barely even ate anything there. I was just spent all my money on fucking jewelry pieces. And then once you get, good at it, then you buy online. And don't ever forget, there's a lot of nice things on Amazon. It doesn't take a lot of money to give yourself just that little bump. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm starting to really like wearing jewelry, and again, it's not something that like
You're a
I ever
silver
really.
guy.
I think I am. I think I definitely am more
Yes.
of a silver guy.
I think silver fits you.
The one thing that I've learned to do differently this year, I guess this year's mantra for me was the year of embracing things, and so yeah, like especially embracing myself more. But yeah, like
You know what would be really sexy on you right now? Don't do the watch on your left arm. That's the left arm, the exposed arm, right? The one that doesn't have anything, right? Get a silver bangle. Perfect.
ooh, okay, so this one here, yeah,
I think that'd be very elegant on you, bro. No lie.
it's on my list of things.
Let's
Yeah, 'cause
go.
usually wear, like a
Amazon.
watch over on this side.
Yeah. $25, dude.
Okay, hold on. Is it faux pas to the kind of double up or like have a watch
No,
and
you
then a silver
you
bangle?
you do whatever you want to do. Whatever looks good. When I had my forever bracelet, RIP, which saddens me that I don't have, I would wear it here, but then I'd also have a watch as well.
Mhm.
So once I have the watch, it kind of also dangles gold here. And I like it. There is no faux pas or not. It's whatever you think you can rock. And don't get me wrong, I will tell you if it looks fugly, but I highly doubt, highly doubt that you'll take it that far.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's cool. Like, I mean, I do think like our homie, at the bar who was nice enough to give us, or especially this one for me, like,
That was one of the kindest things anyone has ever done for us. I know how much those rings cost. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the idea that someone would go out of their way and give you something that pretty much commemorates a friendship. Dude, we've been there for a long time. I think it's almost very fitting that it is an owl. I like it.
I mean, also it was just funny because they're her other friends at the bar, who she's known for a while, but I'm just grateful that like we've been friends with her so long. She puts us in that category. Like that's great.
That's an honor, bro.
With friendships, you do your best to like keep up with it. And again, we met her just simply on a whim at like Leaf Lounge, and
Yeah.
so
Shout
it
out
just
to
kind of
Leaf. I was
evolved.
just there recently too, bro. I was just there last
I
Friday.
do miss the old days of Leaf more though than like the current days. I mean, obviously for obvious reasons, but like those days are also kind of fun to me because it's like like Tuesdays we always had something to do. And then,
Bro, those days don't have to die.
oh, I know that time of Leaf there
Was a
you know,
time.
with our
It
friends.
was a time.
Was a time. Again, it's not that we can't have new. I think the beauty of now is that we're making new memories while also still retaining, the friendships that we've had along the way. Damn, this is like, like kind of emotional. But yeah, no, that's kind of the
No,
beauty.
that's
of it. Like,
it's fine. Go on.
I'm glad that like we're able to be friends with her, and we've still been friends over all these years. And I'm glad that we're still also looking to make more friends along the way. We're like 9, 10 years into like this friendship with her actually, so it's like really dope.
I have a dear friend who moved on to the next portion of her life, and we don't
Mhm.
really see her often anymore. But she describes it as it's not so much she's having a better or worse time where she is now, but that it's different. So, though we may not be able to experience that same vibe and that same situation and that experience the way that it was, even if we did it today, maybe we can experience a different kind of,
Moments with them.
a different kind of moment that's just as good.
Evolution, right? That's kind of the evolution and of like the friendship and the relationship.
Are you going to the Philippines this end of the year?
No, not this year. Yeah, this year, as much as I would love to, I also, in the same vein, because like you've known me for going to the Philippines like practically every year, like since prior to the pandemic to even like just shortly after that. And as much as I would, but it's also it's super expensive just going to the Philippines. I mean,
So you're not going at the end of this year.
yeah, not this year. I mean,
All
as
right.
much as I want to.
So by the end of the year, I'm going to see you with a silver bangle, rocking the ring, and a silver nice dainty chain, bro. Come on, son. It's right now. And you can honestly get that for less than $50 and look stunning.
Okay. Fine. I will get those. Actually,
Dude. And if you don't, I'll buy it for you for Christmas, bro.
how do you choose? Or I guess you're right. You'd have to kind of try it on first and see how it feels. But you were saying like Amazon's got some nice stuff too, right?
Yeah. Like once you figure out things like necklace length, the width of the actual chain, right? And a preference to what you like, then you just go with that. Cause number one, it's not about wearing the right things as much as it is wearing things that you feel good in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. These days, because I have been wearing it and also, yeah, just kind of tinkering with it, but it's kind of nice to have the ring on. Although, yeah, no, I actually enjoy it.
Wait.
Like,
What
I
was
really
that?
do.
What was that? Was there a little bit
I've
of
wondered
a
whether. Okay, the only hesitation is that. So, okay, this is gonna sound mad corny, right? But you
no?
know how like it. I don't know if you ever read online, but depending on where you wear your ring, it like signifies like a certain attribute of yourself. I have to look up where it was,
Okay.
but like
Look it up right quick just so that we can read through it. That sounds cool.
for the sake of argument, let me look up the article that I
Yes.
looked
There
at.
you go.
It's because like I don't want to like not say it for what it is, but hold on.
I will say
What
I don't want to rock any ring on my ring finger. That is one thing I
whatever.
will not do.
Oh, that's a lot of jewelry, bro. Okay, so here we go. So we'll start off with the thumb. The thumb represents willpower and individuality. Some say wearing a ring on the thumb can indicate strength of character.
I don't see many people wearing it on the thumb. I'll tell you
I
that.
feel like that's like for like
That's some old man shit.
rappers or like rulers or just like, yo man, look at all these rings that I got on my fingers. So the index finger, associated with ambition, leadership, and self-confidence. Membership rings are often worn on the index finger.
Oh, I like
Ah,
that.
okay. But I'll go into my psychology of wearing this, where I was just trying to
Okay.
figure out what it was, right? Middle finger represents balance, responsibility, and soul searching.
I
Some say
like
wearing a
that.
ring on the middle finger can indicate a desire for stability and personal growth. But there's
Let's
another article that I
go.
read that also said that because the middle finger also represents like defiance. Because of
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah, trust me. There's like so many different articles. So the past week that we've gotten this, I've been just trying to like toy around with like, do I wear my ring here or here or here? But I feel like it feels good here, maybe because of the size of it, right? So naturally, the ring finger symbolizes love, commitment,
Yeah.
and eternal love. Wedding bands, engagement rings are typically worn on the left ring finger.
Yes.
I don't know if it has any significance here, but I think it still signifies something, obviously, for something similar. But this is typically like the wedding band
I
ring
leave my
finger,
ring
right?
fingers empty for when it must be fulfilled. Okay.
Yes, this one
There you
is
go.
there for that purpose, right?
Yes.
Finally, pinky finger symbolizes intuition, intelligence, and persuasion. Some say wearing multiple rings on one finger can indicate an eclectic or free-spirited personality.
Yes.
Like I said, I've been toying. I mean, I don't. It doesn't feel natural. I guess that's what it is. Like the
It
ring will
doesn't
feel
look that bad
natural,
on your pinky. Playboy status.
but yeah, like I've been just toying around with like, I don't know if like again, I've been like looking at myself in the mirror. I guess being a lot more conscious of how I look. It's like, oh,
Put it on the index because
this.
when I wore the silver on the index, it looked and it felt good for whatever reason. It
It does
just,
feel good, but also
it's kind of a big ring too.
going back into like some of my psychology of wearing rings, right? So I
Yes.
also felt like I would want for my right hand to have like the which finger is this one again? The ring finger. I guess this is the
Yeah.
ring finger also because yeah, for both sides. But yeah, I guess in my head it probably would look cool if I had like I don't know, do I have like something that could represent that?
You want
You know.
multiple rings? I don't know if I have the balls for multiple rings.
I don't know if I have the balls to do so, but I
One
felt
ring
like
on
at
each
one point
hand.
in my life I kind of thought to myself, oh, would it be cool if I just did like that?
That's a big ass ring. Don't wear a ring that
I know, I know,
big,
I know,
son.
I know. I'm just using
No,
it as a representation. I don't have like another ring.
bro. It's if you feel sexy in it, dog. If you feel confident.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like I like it in the middle finger, but you know what? I'm just diving a little bit more into the psychology of like my like
Yes.
past. So, you've played your sense of video games, right? So, you ever play Devil May Cry 4?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so Devil May Cry 4 has a character by the name of Nero, and Nero had a ring in like this in this position. So he had it literally as I had it before, like index finger and the ring finger. And so it looked pretty cool in my head. I'm like, oh damn, that would kind of look cool on me too, or at least I want it to look cool on
Bro,
me.
you can pull it off. You can pull it off.
But I'm also going by how I feel like it feels natural and comfortable. And I will say that the middle finger feels pretty powerful.
You can't
too.
go wrong with the middle finger.
It's just one of the nicest things that have happened recently from one of our friends, and it's just like, oh, dude, like this is cool. The fact that you do so, also, it's just very funny that Murata was there and
Get fucked, dude. He'll get his ring one day, bitch, but not today. No. It was just very, very coincidental. It's not that. He was definitely part of the crew as well. And I hope, one person who also deserves it, John.
Oh yeah,
yeah. John deserves the ring.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a ring at some point too.
Yeah.
I'll
buy him a ring. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
You get to be part of the Owl Club, pretty much.
Hell yeah, yo.
So what else you got lined up this week, Gabe?
This week, I'm finally going to commit. Not and make it sound like I've been hella committing and I haven't been doing. It's just unfortunately we had Pennsylvania lined up. I need to buckle down and I have a lot of work to do. Winter is coming. I don't know what the fuck happened, but my store had a miracle over the weekend. Sales drove up, but I have a lot of work to do, not only on the podcast, I got to do it on the store. I got to take care of myself. I need to catch up on sleep, catch up on hydration, work out again. So, if you're playing Sims and, they have like the bars that is necessary to live and survive, many of those bars right now are low. I must take the time to bring those back up just so then I'm ready. Because we've been talking about vacations. The best way I could describe it is I don't want to keep on buying Barbie dolls. I want the Barbie house. I don't want to keep on going to the bar and going to these like whatever events, unless it's like a birthday. Yes. And we do have a birthday coming up this weekend. But
oh yes,
I want the Barbie house. I want the vacations. I want the villa.
Oh, dude,
I can't wait.
I'm just trying to figure out what's like the next one. Again, I guess, we've been kind of revolving around like next travel plans, right? So in my head, all right, so I put up a poll on my Instagram of like, okay,
You
like
did?
where's the next place, right? And so I got like a few answers. I actually should like, again, I've not paid attention to social media super well. Like sometimes I'll put up stories and I'll just disappear for like about like a
Gotcha.
month or so. But
Totally fine.
so a couple hits was all right. So one was NOLA, which we've been to. NOLA's great.
I don't mind going to NOLA again.
NOLA would be great. NOLA was awesome when we went there. The next one, which is funny because we have been there too, was Panama.
I don't think I can go there again. Not that I'm no hate on Panama. All the Panamanians out there are gonna be like, fuck Gabriel, whatever. But I've been there. Not that NOLA. Why did I say yes to NOLA again? Because it's just so much closer. We could do NOLA for a weekend. But Panama deserves like 5 days, 7 days. So yeah, Panama, okay, we did it, baby. That's all I'm saying.
We have done that, and I would love to go to Panama again. I mean, when I went there, I had a lot of fun. I actually really love Panama too. I think just so far, like having traveled from towards like South America has been like really great. So yeah, like Panama's there. Another one was Amsterdam.
Ooh,
Amsterdam's a good one.
That's a 7-day one. That's a 7-day one.
Amsterdam is one of those things where we'd have to stay there for a week because I know there's just so much like going on.
How long is the flight to Amsterdam though?
I don't think it's that long. If I were to check right now, just for like my own like posterity,
Because if it's 5 days, man, we could technically get away with another 3-dayer. It's not bad if it's a 5-hour flight. How long we got here?
So it's about 7 hours and 25 minutes.
Shit, not bad. Not bad.
Not the worst. Not worst.
Not the worst. It's another movie on the flight, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Amsterdam was on that conversation list. Another one that also has kind of wormed its way into my head, I'm trying to think about how that would go, is Iceland.
Cold.
Well, okay, hold on. But there are a lot of things.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I want it.
You know what it was? It's just so when I got back from Cartagena and I caught up with a friend who gave us all the wrecks that we ended up exploring. Like I think we did like 99% of the things that she told us to do, and it was great. Like all the places that I think we went to in Cartagena was awesome. But we were just talking, catching up. You know, I got her a bag of coffee from Colombia, and
Nice, nice.
she said Iceland, just because it's like something that's a little different from, but also I guess somewhat,
A different vibe.
but also it's very photogenic. It's very beautiful,
It's very Instagram.
very Instagrammable, man. And so
Bro,
that's
bro,
the
bro.
thing.
How
in
long
my
is the flight? Tell me how long the flight is.
flight to
Come on, Iceland.
duration?
5 hours. Iceland, come on, 5 hours.
Duration from New York to Reykjavik is 5 hours and 44
Let's
minutes.
go. That's another 3-dayer. What the fuck, son? That's what I'm talking about. I'm so hyped.
I know. Yeah, that one's the one that's wormed its head like into my head first and foremost, because I was thinking, okay, like Panama, okay, I've been there, nothing wrong with it, but there are other places that I do feel like we need to go to. Nola's great. That's
I want to go to
probably-
Vegas again.
Vegas would be so
We
much
can
fun.
give Vegas,
Also-
we can give Miami in there.
Oh my god, like California, like we should do LA too.
I'm
LA
not
thing would
I'm
be
not
awesome.
against anywhere in Texas.
Oh, dude, I haven't been to Texas, but I want like real Texas barbecue, like
Hell yeah.
real Texas barbecue. But yeah, like I'm thinking about, so when we come to travel, there's like, okay, your local places, right? And I say local, it's just
Yeah.
domestic flights, right? NOLA,
Weekenders.
Vegas, weekenders. Nashville. Like when I went to Nashville, dude, I think you'd have a lot of fun in Nashville. It's also a vibe too. Yeah, like Iceland would be great for like a week. It
would be nice.
Also, Amsterdam would be great for a week. So those are like the top two on my list of places to like travel, for like the next like group trip,
Anywhere is really on the table for me again. There is only one stipulation
What?
that if we do a group one,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be a nice Airbnb. I think
Oh
if
my
we were
God,
in a
yeah.
resort where we had separate rooms, or we were in like a hotel which had separate rooms, we would have a vastly different experience than
Right.
being all together. I think that being all together part when we're on the calm down is such a big experience, and which is kind of crazy to me because in my head when we were talking about Colombia, I was like, we got to get a fucking all-inclusive resort. What is this Airbnb shit? But the
Right.
Airbnb shit is the move. We have to all be together at night. We have to sleep all together. We have to wake up all together. That's what I'm saying.
Well, at least in the same compound, because I feel like the hotel
course.
rooms, like, well, that's the thing. Like, if you travel and like you're in hotel rooms, I feel like because we're so closed off and people can easily like, be asleep for like another few extra hours. So schedules are a little bit hard to line. But at least like, dude, in the Airbnb in Cartagena, at some point I could hear everyone's voices and be like, all right,
I love it.
I gotta get up.
It's time to go, bro.
I gotta stop like sleeping, because as much as the sleep is good for me, I'm not here to waste like the rest of my trip.
Let's
So
go.
yeah, I don't know. I think just the experience itself was better with people. If I'm traveling by myself, hotel room. If I'm traveling with a group of people,
Gotta have that Airbnb, bro.
yeah,
We gotta be able to make breakfast. That's a big component. It's not even the eating together. The cooking together is next level. It caters to a different type of closeness.
yeah. That's why I think also the cabin Airbnb camping trip is.
That's gonna be a nice
Oh.
one. Don't fuck around with me, bro. Don't fuck around with me. You
I,
can't
I
say
would
that
not.
and then take it back.
I would not
can't.
bring it up
The heart is
unless I was certain that the momentum has begun.
It has begun.
Not that it's necessarily like my birthday celebration anyway.
The end of
I just feel like-
October?
yeah.
Dude, we can have a Halloween themed. Woo! Don't even get me started. Halloween themed cabin. There was one thing that we did in Pennsylvania that was the coolest thing. Was every night we would watch a different scary movie. Like
Okay.
we watched scary movies till like 3 a.m. We saw Long Legs, which I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of let down with Long Legs.
I feel like that's the recurring opinion right now with Long Legs. That's with Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It had the potential to be something great, but I think it was a little too wacky what went on. And I am not afraid to say I was a little bit distracted and taken out of it because of Nicolas Cage. He is acting so extra that it's like, this is too much now. Like this is almost unrealistic to the point.
That's kind of his like bread and butter. That's his panache. Like,
Oh man, but come on, directors, hold it down, hold him down.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
So that would be really cool. Scary movie, a really ill scary movie.
Wait, what else did you watch aside from Longlegs?
We saw Hereditary. We only had 2 nights. We only had
Oh, Hereditary's a good one.
2 nights there.
That's a good-
Hereditary
that's a good
was
sneak.
there, and it was so cool to see the reaction of. I mean, for both movies, don't get me wrong,
Right.
they all had scares, but it was awesome to see their reaction to it. I think it's a lot of fun, especially when you're watching a scary movie with someone who hates scary movies. Get fucked.
Wait.
This is what we're doing tonight. We're a group gonna watch a scary movie. It's not as bad as it is. Hold it the fuck down. I think you're gonna have a good time.
Oh my
Right?
god. Oh, I gotta be honest with you, dude. Like, so before we were friends, I used to hate scary movies also. Learning to embrace and be open minded to things is kind of like the thing that I've also held true in my life. So in more recent years, I've started enjoying more scary movies, and I feel like
I
now it
love
doesn't
horror
really
movies.
bother me. But I still think like The Exorcist is still gonna like make me shit bricks.
Yeah, someone just told me that their most scariest movie ever was The Exorcist, and I'm like, it holds up even today. Just the way that
Yeah.
it looks is really off-putting. It's really weird.
I think the way that it looks and just the idea of it, I think it's just one of those. Nah, like
Yeah.
I've watched Scary Dolls and all those things. Like, Annabelle's one of them. Yeah, like I watched that recently.
Yeah,
Chucky.
That's
All,
okay.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah, they're not too bad. Yeah, all of those aren't too bad. Like The Ring, you know,
I love
those
The
are
Ring.
great.
The Ring was a nice one.
The Ring's a great one, but that one I think is just the idea still
Dude.
freaks me.
Bro, there is a movie that is
Mm.
coming out. The perspective of what you're looking at is the ghost. That's the premise of the movie. What you are seeing is the visuals of the ghost. Like first person shooter mode. That's what I'm saying.
What's the name of the movie?
Yes. I don't know, but you could look it up. You could literally look it up and you could find it. And I saw a little preview and I fuck with it so bad. I have to watch it in the movie theaters. It's just so
The
crazy.
perspective
First
of
person
the
horror
killer
movie.
or the ghost of the ghost. I guess the ghost.
No. I think it's called Presence.
Oh, Presence. Oh, and it came out this year.
Yes, dude.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Obviously, it's a gimmick, but the trailer, when you watch it, even the trailer, which was just a little portion of what the movie was, it doesn't
Mhm.
reveal too much. I love trailers that don't give you too much. Give me less of the movie. Gladiator 2 trailer came out with
Yeah.
fucking Denzel, right? I know Denzel's in it, and they had that stupid fucking wonky Jay-Z song that had to play in the back for whatever reason. That was so fucking crazy. How did that even get past decision making? But give us less.
Yeah. It's funny that you bring that up. I love the first Gladiator. That's like one of my favorite. Like not one of my. Well, it's easily one of my
Classic.
favorite movies of all time. It's a classic, and I think Russell Crowe is just so commanding, and he's like, "My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius." Like he's just so awesome in that movie. So for me, it's conflicting because I didn't feel there was a need for a Gladiator 2, but I also like Ridley Scott, and I like a lot of the actors in the movie.
Yes.
So I want this to be good. But then when you watch the trailer,
They show you the whole fucking movie.
they could have at least kind of kept some details out, but you kind of get the idea that, oh, Denzel's trying to like attain power here. Oh, obviously this guy is trying to be like, Russell Crowe and trying to fight in his image. Oh, nice see Pedro Pascal is fighting and he's like they spoiled every little thing about that movie that would have been great to kind of find out later.
The main character receives the ring of fucking Maximus Meridius. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sure that was a really big part of the movie, which you just showed everybody.
And maybe I just didn't like the trailer having rap music. I mean, not that I love rap music. Oh my God. But
Read the room, bro.
yeah, but again, I like Ridley Scott. Like Ridley Scott is one of my favorite directors. Like he's done Alien, he's done Gladiator, he's done, Black Hawk Down. He's done like so many movies, also not including the more legendary ones like Blade Runner or Kingdom of Heaven. Like those are like really awesome.
Kingdom of
movies.
Heaven,
So
amazing movie.
I want this to be good, and I love what he does. He's created some of the greatest franchises ever in movie history. But also, the thing, he has like a weird track record where he makes movies that are initially not successful in the box office, but are like cult classics. You know, so
Maybe it is, but
he also says it's some of his best work in years. So I gotta go with the guy. I mean, the trailer. The thing is, I do know what's gonna
it's the
happen.
trailer that ruins it. I'm sure that the movie is decent. I don't know. You think Ridley Scott approved that fucking trailer? Like, I don't know. I really doubt that. I don't know why he would want to give everything away and then to the point where people don't even want to watch the movie anymore. Like, I know everything.
I think it's gonna be
you could have
fun.
given me a minute of a passionate scene, Denzel Washington, to do some type of Shakespearean monologue that was part of the movie, and that's it. And I would have been like, holy fuck, we need to watch this shit.
Yeah, like less is more. you know.
Yes.
I'm still gonna watch it. I do love Denzel. I think Denzel's gonna like crush it, even though I feel like this is basically Gladiator meets Training Day.
Bro. Not to go to another topic, but did you
Yeah.
listen to Sabrina Carpenter's recent album?
Are we talking about like the one with espresso and like
Short
Please,
and
Please,
Sweet.
Please?
I think it's called Short
Short-
and Sweet.
Yeah, with all the songs in there, right? Yeah.
Yes. Have you heard it?
Not the entirety though. No.
I heard the entire album on the way to Pennsylvania, and I'm gonna say it right now. Album of the year.
I had a feeling you're gonna say that.
Album of the fucking year, man. It's not even like my go-to kind of music, but if you like the art form that which is music,
Mm-hmm.
there is something for you in this album. Every song, track after track after track, all bops. They were really, really all enjoyable. The harmonies, the notes, the storytelling, and the imagery
Mhm.
from this album. Sabrina Carpenter's got the album of the year with Short and Damn Sweet. It's really good.
Hold on. Let me look at the track list on Short Sweet.
Man.
Let's see. So Please, 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 Espresso. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of songs that I haven't listened to.
Dude,
All right.
Juno will have you bopping in the car. Bedchem will have you bopping in the car. I was just saying, Bedchem is, what song did Ashanti sing with Fabulous? Into You
Oh, that's Tamia, right?
Is it
So Into
Tamia?
You? Yeah, that's
with
Tamia.
Fabulous.
Yes. Okay, that's the one. Yeah, the remix with Fabulous. Yeah.
Bedchem is a white girl's version of Into You. It's so good. That's why I'm telling you,
Ooh,
every
that's-
single track has something different that is great. You know, I was saying Billie Eilish has the album of the year. And don't get me wrong, she writes gorgeously. Some of her work is masterful. I was telling my sister who's into music that
Mhm.
no one makes music like the way Billie Eilish writes her songs. But I gotta let you
Her
know,
and Phineas. Her and Phineas.
Sabrina
but-
Carpenter is killing it. Sharpest Tool, amazing. Good Graces, amazing. Taste.
Damn, dude. I
Get
gotta listen to
ready
this,
for
like-
your like songs to be packed with 5 songs from Sabrina Carpenter from her latest album. It's that
All right.
fucking good.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna really, really enjoy it. Like it's reminiscent of how good Ariana Grande when she started, right? And she kind of did all those like, cover songs, but not really. But Mariah Carey, she leaned on the Mariah Carey a little bit.
Right. No, she
Right?
knew how to sample music in such a way
Yes.
that if you love like 2000s R&B and even further back, because you knew some of those things were sampling from like the 80s and the 90s. I mean, that's kind of why like Ariana's one of like my favorite artists of like, I guess our generation, because
Most
like
streamed artist 2023 on Spotify for me, bro.
since you name drop Ariana and she's like kind of in that same lane, it's like, all right, I gotta listen to this.
She
'cause-
does that without leaning so hard into the obvious of like, okay, this is obviously kind of like Mariah Carey-esque or that, they get
Right.
She doesn't lean so hard on the samples, but her writing and her storytelling, my sister says it perfectly. She actually sings about something. Ariana Grande's latest CD, yeah, she sings about something, but for whatever reason, it's kind of dibble-dabbled with a lot of, I say this respectfully, and I am a big fan, a lot of fluff. Every song on this fucking thing, this project, this album, hitters.
Early Ariana, I think, had a lot to say too. So I think in her
Yes.
her 4th or 5th album,
We will only see what Sabrina Carpenter releases 3 albums from now. but I am
Yeah.
100% will safely say that she will have a fifth album.
Well, but also, yeah, like you did say that, like if she reminds you of like the early days of Ariana Grande, then it makes a lot of sense to me.
You
Now
have
I
to,
gotta
bro.
listen to this.
You have
Now I
to.
have to listen to it because
It's
now
on
I
my
have to
repeat. It's on my fucking repeat. And nothing.
taking over your.
It's taking over Columbia playlist, son. It's that good. There you go. See?
Okay, okay, all right. So if it's able to push out of the rotation that into like a new one, which is great because we are moving into fall, and I'm also not that I don't want to like
I was
enjoy
just
like
about to say.
we're going into fall, and like again, I had so much fun in Cartagena, but I also don't want to like live like I'm ready for like the next
We're ready
adventures,
for the
of
next
course,
one.
right? So it's like now that we're into fall, and you're giving me like a playlist, and
Sabrina's holding it down until your trip, dude. She's holding it down. That's all I have to say about that. Give it a good listen. I think you'll enjoy it for work. What do you have for the week ahead, bro?
well, we have the birthday, so the birthday
Yes.
parties. I'm excited.
Thank you for that. He texted me. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot to invite you." Don told me. I was like, "It's all good."
John and I got the invite, and again, this is like whether this makes the final cut or anything, but we got the invite, like during the trip to Cartagena. So I was like, all right, so I know, he invited, like you're part of the conversation. There's no way you're not part of the conversation.
Yeah,
Case in
I
point,
never take it.
we're-
I never take it personal.
We're blessed to be part of his life in many ways, and so I was looking at the list and I was like ready to be like, okay, like for Saturday, if we got a carpool, you want to like, I'm happy
Oh,
to,
shit.
to pull you along, So, but I was looking at the list and it's like, Gabe's not here. All right, let me just make sure because
Because we
I
are
was
part
like,
of his fucking groomsmen. That'll be Matt
that's
off.
the thing. That's why
Like,
in my
what?
head I was like, yo, can I invite Gabe? I don't want to like assume, but also
No.
this is a weird conversation.
No,
'cause
no, no.
he's
He
what? He's a
apologized to me.
groomsman?
It's totally
No,
fine. bro.
I know. Trust me. Like, if anything, like I knew, it's one of those things where with Partiful and invites in general, I think I've done this many times with like invites on Facebook when Facebook was still like my go-to place for inviting people. That I'd invite a bunch of people, and I would miss like key people. Surprisingly, even though you would think
It happens.
your most immediate people would pop up on the list. And I have. And there have been years where I've, butthurt some friends. And I would also feel butthurt too when it's happened to me as well. And then I would realize that, oh, it just happens. So we're good. Like, that's why I'm just excited to be able to just go there and be like, yay.
Dude, no love lost.